Well, here we are. We finally arrived. 2020 is here. Right now, January 1st, 2020. Even in Mauritius, it's January the 1st still. And I've been contemplating all day, all week actually, since I've been back from Moscow, what to make a video about. What inspiration can I give for what awaits all of us coming ahead over the next decade, the next year, the next months, the next weeks, the next days, the next hours. So it's all interesting what's going on around the world. It's all interesting what's been going on around in my life. Many amazing things that even blew my mind. I've reached what I can say new levels of many new experiences since coming back from Moscow. And that tells me one thing, that everything that was needed to be done and that has been done has been packaged in a way that it's left for another time. The seeds have been planted, the energies have been exchanged, and what will be will be. And we can only try our best, and we can only do what we can do. And considering I was only meant to be in Moscow for 4 days, I ended up spending 4 weeks there. And I achieved a lot in respect of business and meeting people and seeing people and connecting and reconnecting with old friends and family. And re-establishing myself and presence. So much that February I'll be back again, and we will have our company opened in Moscow by that time. And since I've returned to Mauritius, which was a long journey back, don't fly Alitalia, long haul. Anyway, that's another story. So I've arrived back from what it was 0 degrees when I was in Moscow to plus 32 degrees. Today I've caught the sun. The last few days there's been a cyclone over Mauritius, so things have been very weird, almost deliberately so, according to the universe, because let's keep people indoors so that they can't go out, buy alcohol, get drunk and be silly and go and celebrate and do many things. Let's keep the whole thing pure and clear. So of course, when a cyclone hits Mauritius or is forecast for Mauritius, everything closes, including the ATMs. So everything closed for 2 days. And so last night was a bit surreal. I sat at home with some great company, experiencing some new things. And fortunately around 9-10 o'clock last night, the sky cleared and the fireworks went off. So nothing stopped the fireworks. But I think what I want to, getting back to where we are at and what we are doing, and it's a big cycle. It's a cycle that I can see multiple cycles playing out at the same time, and you just have to switch on YouTube and watch an astrologer, any astrologer. It doesn't have to be anyone, any astrologer about the energies for 2020, particularly those coming up, and that energy that began Christmas time, when everyone was in this festive mood of doing what they're doing and getting lost in the illusion. The astrology was working behind the scenes, and many things happened. Lots of new things happened for those that were not too sucked into the Christmas festivities. And there was definitely a new sense of urgency and change when I woke up on 26th of December, a Boxing Day morning, just after the eclipse had passed, and many people that I'm connected to also had similar things. And this energy has just progressed, and we're coming up to even increased energies now. And many people that I'm associated with and linked to and working with are all feeling this change and all feeling this new. So we can say farewell to 2010 through to 2019 as a decade that served us. Maybe the only decade that we've been alive that it served us. We've had many lessons to learn. We've made many conscious and unconscious decisions that have led us to the place where we are now. And I can say honestly, I have never in my life experienced this level of freedom. And I know freedom is a multi-dimensional, multi-layered word that means so much, but also so little. But I have never experienced so much freedom in all my life. I've never experienced levels of intimacy and openness and vulnerability as I have in the last 10 days since being back from Russia. And I feel this new zest for life. I may be getting younger, although my beard is getting grayer. I feel like a completely new person. I know where I'm going consciously. I know where I'm going with my projects, and I know that these things that are happening around the world, and even here, political things, they have affected the speed in which my project proceeds further. Since I've been back, I've reconfirmed that these projects will happen. We're just waiting for some things to come into alignment, which coincidentally are all falling on the 10th and 11th and 12th of January, which is all in alignment with the astrology of these big changes that are coming. And by the end of this month, I do expect to be announcing some incredible news for one or two of our projects. There's been a tremendous amount of support from levels that I didn't even anticipate becoming interested or involved in our projects. So I've been supported by a great many people, private individuals who have helped fund these trips, and subsequent investor who has helped and contributed to funding our projects going forward. And we are on the verge of launching projects in Mauritius, launching projects in Serbia, and very soon in 2020, the very first half of 2020, I do believe that we'll be launching a small project in Russia also. So this is all down to the sheer guts, determination, belief, trust, knowing, willingness, love, whatever we want to call it, of one person, and that one person is me. And I know that I'm responsible for this creation, and I know that I'm responsible for the way that I have interacted and affected the lives of others in a positive, and in some cases not so positive way. All I can say is that I trust where I'm going. I trust the people that are around me. I love the people that are in my life unconditionally, and I can see the trees and the flowers and the crops growing in pastures here and far away. And even though our seasons are different in the two different hemispheres, everything is aligning with what's happened historically, on a seasonal basis, on a year basis, and now on an astrological basis. So it's all about having faith in knowing what you know, and removing everything that you have been taught, except your own experience. When you are only relying on your own experience as your resource of information, of RAM, of memory, whatever we want to call it, you know what's true, because you feel it. And no matter what happens in the future, I know that the future is bright, not only for me, for my family, for those that I love and care, for the thousands and hundreds of thousands of people around the world that will benefit from the work that I and my colleagues are doing today and tomorrow, and whatever else will evolve out of our brains. And we will remain humble. We are humble beings. We will live within our means, and we will transform the lives and state of Earth over the coming 5 to 7 years. And that's a promise from me, from my higher self, and from everything that I am, that I know what I have in my hands, I know what it represents, and I know its intrinsic value, and I know its purpose is to do something that has never been done before, that has been attempted many times before, but has never been successfully done before. I do believe and I do pray that what we are about to embark upon is going to be the precedent, not president, precedent for the way that Gaia and humanity evolves over the coming decades. Because it's time. It's time to end this capitalistic mindset. It's time to end all of these things that are of low vibration, and to free ourselves from everything that enslaves us, and to be humble human beings and understand the power of love. So the end of the line message is: enjoy yourself, have fun, be yourself, and enjoy being around other people. Let's not take life too seriously. Let's evolve. Let's allow the new energies to come in and allow the new roles to play out. Let whatever else is going on outside in the outer world carry on. Don't get lost in space, or don't get lost in CNN or BBC, because it's not going to serve you. Only you can serve yourself and those that you love and care for. I wish you a very prosperous 2020, and may your heart and life be filled with love, light, joy and happiness, and may your family live eternal bliss. Namaste.